Hi everybody, welcome back to Rusty Gears Season 4, Episode 86 with me, Sid. And we are up here in the frozen north, which can only be known as Winterfell. I'm being very careful what I show you because Gran has been busy. And yeah, I've now got the towers on these walls on every single bit. So all the towers are done. The only thing left for me to do on these is the crenellations on these walls and these angles. And then I think I will have pretty much done what I set out to do, which was, if we look at the map, the buildings over there, I've, got Gran to the point where the walls and the gates are almost done, not quite. And obviously it's left time for Gran to get on and do all of the other builds. She's got a little bit to do there, a little bit to do there, and I think she's working over here at the moment. Without showing details, obviously, of what's going on here. However, it's bloody freezing up here. It's February, and it's very, very cold. So I want to go back somewhere where it's a bit warmer, because even wearing my finest winter woolies and having fires, I'm having to hide from the cold and cool down. I mean, you can see my body temperature is pretty poor. So that's going to go down, but we've got the walls to do, and I know. Let's not show that bit. Oh, a bit over there. Yeah, I know that Gran has got plans to decorate this place. Now, needless to say, probably not going to happen whilst Rusty Gears Season 4 is ongoing, because we are, well, by my estimate, 3 or 4 weeks away from the end of the season. And we're already, at the time of recording, having meetings, planning, looking to see who we want to invite to join Season 5, and, building mod packs, yada yada, all that good stuff. So, I am going to head back to spawn and do some work on the St Tobias Cave exhibition. There's two Better Ruins left that we haven't done. We've kind of done one of them because it's the mine, and the mine is, if it's the one I think it is, and I can double check, I've got the coordinates. The mine is that mine that we did really early on with all the nice, the one by St Adrian with all the nice corrugated iron and copper and roofs and everything, like this stuff. So if it is that one, we've kind of already done it, and therefore don't need to do it, but that means I can just get an exhibition done in the museum. And then the other one we've not done, which is more important, is the university. So I'm going to sit there between now and the end of the season and try and get some interest up amongst the Rusty Gears to go and do the university. We've still got 3 or 4 episodes. I should be able to do something, maybe, But yeah, we are winding down. So that's where we are currently at. I'm going to take these floor plans, back to the village town hall, and I am going to, if I can pick up these, I am going to leave all of these chests for Gran. This one has, for example, a lot of aged wood, so I'm going to leave all of this where Gran can pick it up, because I've kind of done with aged wood now. I'm just on stone, so a lot of this thing here can be left for Gran to take advantage of. So I'm going to do that, and then next time you see me, I'll be wearing some warmer clothes, some thinner clothes, and hopefully be in the south. Back in a mo. Alright, we're here. We are considerably better dressed. those just things are mental. And we've got, this is where we left off last episode. Now, I'm not entirely sure what I will be able to put in where. That doesn't appear to want to go anywhere, which is bloody typical. Neither does that. This is where the fun and games starts, when you're sat there trying to place things. Now obviously we've got books, so we can place books around in the shelving. I think you can put something like Allen you can stick in the shelves. So, you know, we can pick up the odd bit and piece just to, again, add a certain amount of clutter to the space. I don't know whether we can... Yeah, stick that on there, can't we? Cool. And then I've got bottom left, I've got this tapestry, which will... Let's have that bottom left, top left, bottom right, top right. Just, again, it gives that feeling of... Oh, hello, I don't want to go there. What are you grumbling about? You're not... So we can stick in the odd bit of tapestries on the walls. That doesn't want to go. And the other thing I brought was this. There's not a huge amount left, I don't think we can... But that came from... No, maybe not there though. Maybe not there. Let's put the clutter... No. There? Actually no, because it's kind of hanging, so I wonder if I can get away with that. Yeah, well, I think any more, I mean, I could put more bookcases up, it would just be very cluttered. I don't think it's going to add much to the je ne sais quoi of the place. I love that word. It's a very French phrase, isn't it? Right, so we need a walnut slab. I think it was walnut anyway. We definitely need one of those. And we need a little bit of you. And some chalk. Chalk. And yes, it definitely was a walnut slab. So, and it's positioned forwards. So we need, hang on. Let's just throw that wildly on the floor. That's always a good way to start off. And then we take our walnut slab and we plonk you there. We'll get a little bit of this going on. Just paste this shape. We shall place you and I think I went from the middle, didn't I? Like that. And then it is St Tobias cave. No, but I'm not sure whether should we... Well, I suppose we should put that in. It is actually a abbreviation. So this is the space we've got for the university, and over there that's the space we have got for the mine. Now, what I need to do... Fall on Bastion, coal mine. The coal mine, I think that's the one, isn't it? But I can't. Problem is, these are so far away. You've just got to like hike for ages across the map. Somewhere up here, we're going to hit the. Yeah, ruin there that I'm not marked. Possibly wasn't worth marking. So up this way we kind of carry on up, and eventually I know we will get to the bit where coal mine. I don't think I've actually been there. Lazarette. Maybe that's a thing to do then. Let's go and find that coal mine and see whether A, it is the coal mine. Have I got... Maybe I should take a wavestone with me though. Yeah, maybe I should. Okay, well let me get my stuff together. I'll check. I've got things. You know, I'm kind of winding down on this season. One of the things I'm going to ask Per about, because Per's not been on for a short while, whether she would like me to complete the bits, the things. There's a lot of malachite clay, which is going to be unpleasant. Now that looks like that's supposed to be a malachite clay roof, but what I did notice is over here is this is just a ashlar block shale roof. So I'm not sure whether the intention over here was to do that, but you know, I like to finish off a season and leave everything tickety-boo, or at least as tickety-boo as I can tickety-boo it. So let me just pull myself together. I'll be back in a sec. Alright, I've slept most of the night away. It's coming up on 5 AM in the morning, so the sun should be rising. And we are going to not go that way. We are going to head up to the Resonance Archives. Let's see how this gets us up to... So if we look at that now, Forlorn Hope, Bastion Tower, Devastation, St Tobias Cave, the coal mine. So we are south of here. Okay, that's fine. We'll just use my angel belt to get out of here, and point ourselves in the right direction. And we can, obviously I can use my angel belt to get us down as far as here. So I will do, and then we'll proceed on foot, because that's how I've set my rules. I mean, the angel belts, it is overpowered. We have got hopefully some very exciting mods in season 5, and I'm looking forward to unveiling those when we come to season 5. But right now, obviously, it's all tippy-toppy secrets. So, yeah. But there's some interesting stuff coming through. I mean, the angel belt, as been previously stated, we would not have been able to do half the builds we've done. Would not is a strong phrase. We would have struggled to do half of what we've done. I mean, but I think Gran would have struggled to even get a quarter of Winterfell done if we'd have had to mine all of those blocks, the traditional, you know, and the slow way. That would have been things, and then, you know, the building would have been, yeah, forget it. It would have just been an absolute painful experience. So I think it's the things. I mean, we are, or at least certainly a large majority of us are heavily into the building element of Vintage Story, less so the survival element. Although I do enjoy the survival element at the early game, it makes it fun. But you know, there comes a point where you sit there and go, actually, you know, I'm not going to. It's almost going to be impossible for me to starve to death. I will probably struggle to die through combat, unless I am highly unlucky or careless. And you know, obviously we have all had our accidents. Yeah, nothing down there. Don't need to go looking. But for the most part, the survival element has become somewhat easy. We might even discover a ruin. That is... I'm going to say that's a stair ruin over there. I'm not really that bothered. I don't think we desperately need any more stair ruins. So, yeah. So I'm going to keep on going. We'll head to this coal mine, and well, I will see you when we get there. Alright, and there it is. Now, the big question, which I think the answer is no, is this the same one we've already done? And I think the answer is a big resounding no. Which is good, because it means we've got something. If anybody wanted to do it or missed out on that raid, they can do. Now my plan is not to touch this one, although I might have to deal with those shivers. They might be. It might be a thing that I have to sort out, because they're there. Yeah, there you go. Oh God, no! I threw my sword away. Well, that was stupid, wasn't it? Oh, God, another one. Yeah, the important rule well, is to not play with the mobs if you can avoid it. Oh, you're just a little surface shiv, aren't you? I mean, they were all surface mobs, so I don't think any of these are particularly challenging. I mean, the good stuff's down below, so let's be honest there. But they've not lost a great deal. You know, you've got a corrupt drifter is probably the biggest threat there, because this is a surface boy. Now we have got another one of these on the map, so we could borrow some of this from the other one that we've already done for the teleporter to bring you out to the space. We don't need to go in and do all of this one. What's more important is that we know where it is, and that it is the same ruin, so we don't desperately need to do it as a server, because we've... Oh god, no, 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 no. No, 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 bye. Cheat. Time to cheat. Oh, he's getting killed. Tough boy. Certainly tougher than me. I'm not wearing the right armour for a nightmare shiver, I'll be honest. And he was a tight one as well. Good grief. I mean, that's just cruel, isn't it? You know, a nightmare shiver and I get a bit of flax. Now, as I say, the fun stuff's down there. But what I was thinking is, I know where there's a lot of mine shafts, so I could borrow one of the tops of a mine shaft to kind of signify this, and we can, I mean, that's all old oak. We can go to the old one. So what I will do is I'll place this down, and we shall tag it as the coal mine ruin, and then I can leave that at spawn where I can use my admin account to come in, put in a teleporter, but we can go and do some of the legwork to get that set up for our fellow gears. There's another ruin over there. Sorry, I'm so easily distracted. But yeah, it means I can do the exhibit, which is, I think, probably the more valuable thing for me at this point in the season. And if anybody else who wants to go on and do the coal mine, whether individually or as a group, they can, and they can, you know, they can get some enjoyment out of that ruin. But I think the other one we've got to do is the university. That is a yeah, that's just a stair ruin. I'm not too worried about that. So let me get my home rune. Hopefully I've got a home rune somewhere. It's a coal mine. Mal, out, Mal. Okay, not getting me there. Mal, key tree dungeon. Oh, good grief. Have I not got a home rune? Ruin raiding? No idea where that's taking me. Better than here though. So we'll pack up and take a trip. See where it goes. Oh, I know where it takes me. That was that's my. I think that's just a progress rune. Or I haven't. Okay. Right. So I am quite a way away from anything, aren't I? Okay, I'll need to get back, but we'll go back the way that I've been, and then I can use my angel belt. I'm not uncovering anything, doing it that way, and I'll use the teleporter to get back. So yeah, no loss. Although I will learn the importance. Oh, that's an interesting hole in the ground. Sorry, I will learn the importance of making sure that my runes are all lined up. Okay, I'll see you in a bit. Alright, so I have a plan. I have a plan for the teleporter to the mine. And it's going to involve borrowing something from out near the Resonance Archive, I think. So if we head out of here, I've got my tent bag and it's empty. This is the key. And over this way is a mine shaft. Now these are 7 by 7 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7. But if I were to use this bit here, it got everything except the top, but it didn't take any of the items, which was interesting. That still worked from there. What happens if I go down one? We're still working at that point. So we can take that. Actually, it took all of the machines at that point as well. Okay. And then we can take these. We'll do the best we can with all of this. It's not going to fit quite in the space I've got because this is a 9 by 9. Because the inside of this edge is 7 by 7. So that means that the outside edge is bigger. So it's a 9 by 9 by process of elimination. But that's fine. Because what we're aiming for is an approximation of the mine, the coal mine, and this is, you know, an approximation of the coal mine. Because it's not actually not the coal mine, it's a different mine. Does that make sense? It makes sense. It made sense when I was thinking it, but whether it makes sense when I said it or when you try and translate it, well, that's an entirely different prospect. But we've got lots of bits of rusty metal. A little bit more there, look. I don't know whether there's any... Ooh, loot. 2 gears, totally worth it. To be honest, these bits are the better stuff. However, we can take that back and then we'll come back and we'll grab a little bit more of this, I think, if we can. So I'm going to take this back, we'll plonk it down. Do I plonk it down straight away in the museum? Yeah, maybe. We can try. It may not fit initially. We might have to get a little bit creative. Let's see, shall we? Because this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 6. That's 7. So it does need to go down 1. Okay, that's fine. 2, 3 there. Am I using the right tool? I am, yeah. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to need to do something creative to put a floor in and stuff. We can't just have this like open, but we'll work it out. And for example, that will need to be filled in. Well, again, need to get a little bit on the creative side. Just to get this to fit. And obviously build some walls and yada yada. But I think if we were to place a piece of dirt there, let's see if we can place this down, shall we? That's in the way, okay. Straight away, we've got the mine. And then we can sit there and try and work out how to fit a little bit more going down. So this is, you know, nicely hidden. But that's all doable. Now my thoughts are we can take some of this stuff and we can plonk it like that. Didn't need to be. We'll just rotate that. There you go. In fact, we can just do that then. Can I flip that? I think that would make a lot more sense if they were flipped. But not like that. Damn. So we can get that going. I could probably just put you back where you were, I think. Is that right? No, one more in. Yeah, this is perfect. Then we just need to borrow some of this going down. If I can, there you go. Maybe 1, 2. And at the bottom of the bit where we carry this down, we'll just put in a teleporter, which obviously I have to do in creative mode. We can't do those. Well, we can because we've got the mod that allows us to do it, but I need to reconfigure them for range, so I've just been using the admin privileges. Again, these are really convenience items and a part of the museum. So we'll get this in, and I shall be back in a moment. Alright, so a little bit of admin skullduggery, well, maybe not skullduggery, but you know, a little bit of admin work later, and a little bit of building work later. Get that, got that. What can I leave somewhere? We can leave a bit of that there, and I can get one of those. And we have a working translocator out to the coal mine. Now, what we're going to do here is plonk you down. Copy the shape. Plonk that on. Middle. Down. Oh, damn you. Oh, you're going to do that, aren't you now? Yep. Luckily, it's not quite a sign from Minecraft, is it? It's worse, actually. You can't place against it. Let's try that again. I'm probably suffering because I'm trying to do this from here where there's this thing. I actually don't even need to worry about that because that thing isn't actually there. So we can just do you, and we can get you in, and we can the coal mine. Actually, just realised that needs to be in uppercase. Alright, realised that by hitting the delete key on that I stopped my recording. Yeah, so let's record that again. And so we've got the coal mine, and if you want to go out to the coal mine, you come down into here, you itch your nose if you've got an itchy nose, you go across this, and you teleport out to here near the coal mine once you're done. Now, other than a few bad guys that have been killed, and they may or may not be part of the thing, the coal mine is intact, so anybody who wants to do it on the server can, and I'll post on the chat to do that. So the only thing missing now is this one, which is the university. And as I say, I will try, I'm going to promise that it'll happen, but I will try to get a group session on that before the season comes to a close, but it may not be possible. It's getting more and more difficult. Obviously, we are coming towards the end of the season. People are planning other things, have got other plans, and yeah, we may do it, we may not, but we'll see. That's all we can promise, isn't it? To do our best. But on that note, we're going to call this episode here. Until next time, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you soon. And bye for now.